Hey y'all, it's Good Red Mining here. Just wanted to make a quick video on the new CPU miner for Raptoreum 1.2.2. It is the upgraded version to 1.2 and 1.1, obviously. They've been kind of upgrading a lot of miners here recently within the last week. I do think you should upgrade the miner because you do get increased hash rates. And the best part about this one is that the tune config from 1.2 and 1.21 you can use in 1.2. So let's scroll down here. As you can see, we got the Windows version. We're going to use the Windows version. I already have it downloaded. Download it, extract it to your folder of choice. So boom, we got it downloaded. Hold on here 1 second. Let me get to the folder. Okay, so here's my other renditions of the Miner 1.9, 1.2, then 1.2.2. I didn't download 1.2.1 because those two kind of came out quickly. So okay, we're in the folder. Apologize. So I've been seeing a lot on the Raptoreum Discord that there's been some issues with setting up the config file or the JSON file. The very first time I messed with the JSON file was with the XMR miner. I was able to figure it out, but obviously by the help of some other YouTubers' videos, and then just kind of reading, and it's not that complicated. So some people will set the CPU miner to always run as administrator, but to be safe, I always right-click and always run as administrator. As you can see, here's the tune config file. As you can see, it was made on 10.11, and then copied, so it's actually the oldest file in this folder. So I actually went ahead and copied it from 1.2. I just copied it, and then I pasted it in here. And so I don't have to reconfig. And this is a 5900X in this system. So, okay. So this is how you run the miner. Just strict. There is no like in 1.9 where you have each things. And I've seen like Rabbit Mining where he has the I guess they're called the binaries. You can do it that way, and you can edit each of these. So if we wanted to, yeah, you have to copy it over. That's what he did. He had to copy it over. I just didn't mess with it. So once 1.2 came out and it gave me the JSON option, that was something they wanted to offer, I guess, this time, and more focus on using JSON files like XMR. That's how they do theirs. I had messed with it before. So what I did was I downloaded long ago when I was watching the videos on how to edit the XMR ones. I downloaded Notepad++. It's free, but it allows the config files, the JSON files, to look like this instead of just like a normal Notepad. Is it required that you download Notepad++? No, it is not. You can edit it just like it is. So, okay. So, as you can see here, so basically it says URL. This is where you are going to post your pool. I mine to Rabbit Mining's pool. As you can see right here, this is where I've been mining to. I've mined 17,885 on this pool. I did mine like RPlat to begin with, but it just wasn't. I didn't like the super quick constant payouts. I wanted a bit more. I saw Rabbit Mining started this, and yeah, I mean it's great. As you can see, these are my rigs. I have some just smaller Intel ones. I mean, you might as well. I have them running because I run my GPUs. So I might as well mine with them too. This is a 3900X, this is a 3950X, 3900X, 5900X, and then this is a 1950X Threadripper. It does okay, nothing crazy. So yeah, and I'll leave this. I'll leave the pool address for the Rabbit Mining's pool down below. So okay, so back to it. So boom. We paste in the pool address, the backup pool. So I used to put another pool because sometimes you lose connection to the stratum, and it'll mine to the other pool, but then it'll continue to mine to it. And then I was getting all these small payouts at 9 and 10, and it was messing up when I was sending money to the node. And I can do a separate video on how to send money to the node. But, I mean, there's a lot of videos out there already, so I'm not going to do it unless somebody specifically requests it. So, yeah, I just, from talking with other people, figured out it was best to just put the same pool as the backup, so you stay on that pool, and the minimum payout on the rabbit mining pool is 500, so it makes it easier when sending money to the node, because I like to send larger amounts, and with Zelcore it can get messed up. If you're using the normal RTM wallet, then you're fine, because you can edit the sending payment a bit easier. So, okay, here we go. So this is my wallet address. If you guys want to mine to my wallet, sure, whatever. But then you put a dot, so you can see this is Big Daddy 5900X is the name of this rig. So, I mean, this is just so simple. And just imagine, like, so you see how it turns green, or these are, you know, kind of, you can, like, so if I do it like this, it'll actually give me the option sometimes here to fill it in. It didn't that time, but that's because I spelled it wrong. Okay, hold on. So, okay. Sorry about that. It's just because the color of the monitor makes it look weird here. There we go. True. I know how to spell true. Okay, so wallet address, password is already the same. Your algo is GR. You don't mess with any of this. It will automatically recognize what CPU you have. So, okay, so when I first started using this, I was worried, how's it going to, when you start up the miner, it said, like, oh, it didn't say Zen 2. It said, like, what it was for the Intels. But after talking with some of the people on the Raptoreum Discord, it recognizes your CPU. It knows how many cores to use. If you wanted to use less cores, this is where you would specify and how many threads you want to use. So if you only want to use 22 threads, you would specify. So it's, I mean, if not, it just uses all of them. Okay, so then down here, you want to turn tune full takes longer but should provide better hash rate. You want to put that to true. You can leave it true, because once it does it once, it won't actually try to configure again. If you're adding in the config file, it'll pick up the config file, so it will also skip that. So I tried to, like, pick up the config file from here. I just never could get that to work. You don't need to mess with any of this down here as far as, like, force to not tune. It will recognize the config file. So this is super simple. The JSON file is so easy. And if anybody has any problems with it, just, you know, leave a message down below. I'll answer it. It's pretty straightforward. So, okay, so let's back out. So I already have the miner running, but let me turn it off here. So it is this one. Okay, so it is good to go. My tune config is there. You know, we can check the README, but disregard the stuff, because this README is for if you were going to be doing BAT files. It doesn't really help when you're doing the JSON file. So just keep that in mind. These are for if you're going to do BAT files. This tells you what kind of CPUs are which. Yeah, pretty basic, same as it was in the other ones. Okay, so we are going to right-click, run as administrator. You can see where we have huge pages set up successfully. MSR set up successfully. Sometimes after I like shut down the computer and restart it back up, I'll have to start as administrator. Then you'll see like a red line pop up that it couldn't gain access. So you close it down again and restart it again as administrator, and then everything will be fine. But you can see where it picks up exactly what CPU I have. So when I first started up, I was worried that, where was it? Oh, it said AVX2, but as you can see up here, it says Zen 3, so it picked it up. So here you go. So sometimes when you're doing stuff, so like I do, this is my main computer, just gaming PC, I mine on it. Sometimes when you're doing other stuff, the Stratum will get disconnected. So it'll pick itself back up though, but no big deal. So yeah. So this was, I mean, pretty straightforward. I can show you an example of what a non-Notepad++ one looks like real quick. let me go ahead and log into one of my other computers here. So we got here. Let's log into Jax here. Actually, that's a bad example. Let's do power spec, little bitch. Alright, so you can see it's over here mining. It has a few issues, but nothing to worry about. It always continues itself on. So, okay, hang on here. I think it's hiding behind one of these. Yeah, there it is. So 1.2.2. Click on it. You see the two config in there. So see how it's just a normal notepad. So versus the Notepad++, it is exactly the same. It's a notepad file. Everything you fill out the same. .powerspec, your stratums, and like I said, I'll put those in the description down below. Yeah. So if there's any questions, just let me know. Straightforward, simple. Don't be scared to use the JSON file. I promise. And yeah. And also, I want you guys to come mine with me on EZIL pool. I'll put my link for that down below. It's a great pool. Not only do you get to mine Ethereum, but you get paid in Zilliqa too, so it's dual mining, and my payouts are just as quick as when I was on Ethermine, if not quicker, but I also mine the Zilliqa as well. And I use that Zilliqa, and I stake it at 13% and just make myself a little nest egg where I use the Ethereum to pay some of my bills, of course, by saving some. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Nothing crazy. This is the new format. I'm not going to be trying to do those tiny screen ones. It was just kind of like I was doing them because I was feeling the urge to record. Not going to be doing that anymore. I'm going to be making sure to do it on the big screen like I am right now. And yeah, that is it.